Welcome to Museful Creations, where imagination comes to life.
Ever used a laminator to build a journal spine? I hadn't until now. This technique came out of nowhere and it works. Today I'm showing you my most versatile junk journal build, made with 4 totally different covers and one surprising method. QFUN reached out and asked me to try their laminator, and I said yes. I've used laminators before in my teaching days, but this is the first time I've ever used one to build a journal, and wow! It was wicked awesome. It absolutely delivered. This model came with 3mm sheets in various sizes, plus a cool snazzy trimmer, a corner rounder, and a punch. It heats up under 45 seconds, and I personally use the 3mm pouches for all my spines. What makes this build unique is what I'm calling a spine sandwich. It's not your typical laminated folder spine. I'm layering chipboard or canvas panels between 2 laminated sheets with an added center strip for structure. Today, I'll show you how I built the base spine, and then you'll see 3 of the 4 finished journals, each made with a different recycled material. Here's a tip. I like to work on the embellishments of the covers before I actually put the cover together. And here I'm using some of my favorite ISC images from the October collection, Field Notes and Golden Stand, and some older goodies as well. You'll see how beautifully these layer on canvas, cardstock, and laminated surfaces. Here's how it all comes together. You'll need to, of course, ensure that your machine is turned on and it's warm. I'm showing the wear paper leads digital that I'll be using throughout these 4 journals, and the size laminator sheet that I chose to use. Now, I cut all my spine pieces at 1 1/2 inch widthwise by 6.5 inch length, and you're going to feed it through your machine. Then you're going to use the QFUN Laminator and ensure that you have at least a 1/2 inch on each side of those 2 spines. And next, you're going to take both laminated spines and you're going to score right at the edge. As you see here, it's super important that this step and the way that you crease it, and I'll show you next, is important for you to do to secure that spine in place. Next, you're going to cut from chipboard a piece that's 1.5 inch by 6.5 inch. Now you're going to add 1/2 inch double-sided tape to one of the sides of the 1.5 inch by 6.5 inch chipboard spine that you cut out previously. And now you're going to remove the adhesive strip and apply it onto that first inside part of your first spine. Next, you're going to grab your glue of choice and apply it on top of that chipboard piece of spine that you cut and laid on top of your first spine. And you're going to apply as much glue, in the center, and a very, very thin strip on the edges. And now you're going to place your second spine on the top. And here I'm showing you that I applied 1/2 inch double-sided tape on the ends of 2 envelopes. And I also added a little bit of washi tape on the flap of both envelopes, and I didn't seal them because I hope I can share how I plan to adorn these 4 journals in series 2. Let me show you the finished covers. First up, the 6x6 canvas panel. This was so much fun to put together. Then the Grateful journal made from recycled envelopes. The pockets still open for a signature or a tag. And the third journal was so much fun because I used a snack bar box and turned it into chipboard covers. And lastly, a real book cover wrapped with red ribbon. I'm still drying it a little bit, but if you want to see a deep dive into each journal, let me know in the comments, or maybe we'll explore them in an upcoming live. Either way, this new technique opened a whole new way to bind, build, and stretch your stash. A huge thank you to QFUN for making this happen and for sending a laminator that actually inspired a brand new method. Discount code is in the description box if you want to try it yourself. And as always, stay creative, stay curious, and keep journaling from the soul.